students, good morning everyone. We are studying our 7th lesson, that is the variation, and in last lecture we have studied about the inverse variation. Also we have solved some numericals from that practice set 7.2, and now let's study the remaining numericals from that practice set. Actually we have completed first two questions from that practice set. Okay, so let us consider question number 3. Write down that question in your notebook. So I am going to read. The boxes are to be filled with apples in a heap. If 24 apples are put in a box, then 27 boxes are needed. If 36 apples are filled in a box, how many boxes will be needed? So in the first case that we have given the number of apples in a single box, that is 24. And how many boxes are needed in that case? 27 boxes are needed. So think about it. If we increase the number of apples in a single box, then the number of boxes will goes on decreasing, because the apples, the number of apples, total number of apples are constant. Okay, so if we increase the number of apples in a single box, then such number of boxes will goes on decreasing. It means it is the case of inverse variation. Okay, if number of apples increases, number of boxes decreases. Okay, so in that case we have to solve how many boxes will be needed if 36 apples are in a single box. Okay, so now let us write here how to solve question number 3. We have to consider two variables, for one for what number of apples in a single box and the another variable for number of boxes. So let x is the variable for number of apples in a box. Okay, and y is the variable for number of boxes. Okay, and in the first case we have given the value of x is 24 and the value of y, that is 27. Okay, case 1, what we have given? Case first, x is equal to 24. Then in that case, then y is equal to how much? 27. Okay, suppose 24 apples are in a single box, then such 27 boxes are needed. Then what we have to find? If 36 apples are filled in a box, it means if x is equal to 36, then what is the value of y? That we have to find here. Okay, so this is the first case and this is the second case. Now let's see. We have studied that this x is inversely proportional to y. I told you that this x is inversely proportional to y. How to write? X is inversely proportional to y. Then after that, in order to replace this sign by equal to sign, we have to put some constant. So you can write x is equal to k upon y. Okay, we put here some constant, that is k, called as constant of variation, and here equal to sign. And now bring this y on this side, we get the value of k. So k is equal to x into y, isn't it? X into y is equal to k. And now just put the values of x and y from that first case. You will get the constant of variation, that is k. Okay, so let us put the values. X is equal to 24 and y is equal to 27. Okay, and then just take the product of these two quantities, we will get the value of k. So what is the value of k? K is equal to, what is the product of 24 and 27? So that is 648. You calculate this with your own, you will get the answer 648. It means that is the value of k. And now by using that value of k, we have to find out the value of y in that second case. Okay, so in how to form the equation of variation, you will get x into y is equal to 648. So this is the equation of variation. Okay, therefore we can write x into y is equal to 648, because x into y, that is the value of k, and we get the value of k, that is 648. Now let's solve how to find out the value of y. Let's see. Write down first this. Find the value of k first. Okay, and now we have to find out the value of y. So what is the equation of variation? X into y is equal to k, and the value of k, that is 648. You can also write that k is equal to 24 into 27. No, that is 648. Means instead of writing 648, for our simplicity we can write this 24 into 27 also. Okay, so just write this x into y is equal to 24 multiplied by 27. Why we take this product? Why don't we take this 648? In order to simplify. Okay, in order to get the value easily. So in this equation we have to put the value of x, that is 36. So we put here 36 into y, that is 24 into 27. Now bring this 36 on this side. So we get y is equal to 24 into 27 divided by 36. So you can see, if we take the value 648 of that k, then the division will be difficult. Okay, but if we take such two products 24 into 27 separately, then we can easily divide it. Okay, so let us divide it. So this is 9 3s are 27 and 9 4s are 36. Okay, again you can divide here. So 4 1s are 4 and 4 6s are 24. Isn't it? 4 6s are 24. Then we get at the numerator 6 multiplied by 3. So 6 multiplied by 3, how much? That is 18. It means if 36 apples are in a single box, then we get 18 number of boxes that we needed. Okay, so in this way you can solve such types of numericals. Okay, means instead of taking this product, you can take 24 into 27, these two separate quantities separately as a product, and then that division will be easy. Okay, so we will get the answer, that is 18 of that value of y. Now write down the answer in words. The number of boxes needed, that equals to 18. Okay, you have to write down this answer in words at the end of the example. Okay, so this is question number 3. After that, question number 4 and 5 number. These two questions actually I have given for a homework, but now we are going to solve question number 5. If you have any problems in that question, then you can see here. So what is that question number 5? X is inversely proportional to under root y. We have given x is inversely proportional to under root y. When x is equal to 40, when x is equal to 40, then the value of y is 16. Y is equal to 16. Okay. Now if x is equal to 10, find the value of y. If x is equal to 10, find value of y. Okay, so let's see how to solve this numerical. This is question number 5 from that practice set. Question number 4 you can solve as a homework. So this x is inversely proportional to under root y. We have given this. In that case, we have to put some constant. So how to write this equation? X is equal to k upon under root y. We put this k as a constant of variation. And now bring this under root y on this side, we get the value of k. So we can write x multiplied by under root y is equal to k. Okay, this x into under root y is equal to k. Now put the values from this first case. Actually this is the first case. Okay, and then by using that first case we will get the value of k. So let us write here k is equal to, what is x? That is 40. Multiplied by what is y? That is 16. But we have to take the value of y under root. So under root 16. And then we get 40 multiplied by, what is the root of 16? That is 4. Okay, that we know. 4 4s are 16. And then we get the value of k. K is equal to 4 4s are 16 and 0 as it is. So the value of k is 116. So in this way, first we will find out the value of k. Okay, and then by using that value of k, you can find out the value of y from that second case. Okay, so now let us write here what is the equation. We have this equation is equal to k. X into under root y is equal to k. Now let us write down this equation. In that equation, we have to substitute the value of k, that is 116. And what is the value of x? That is 10 from this second case. And then you will get the value of y. So let us substitute x is equal to 10 multiplied by under root y as it is, because we have to find out that value, and the value of k, that is 116. Okay. Then bring this 10 on this side. So we get under root y is equal to 160 divided by 10. How much? That 0 cancel, we get the answer 16. Okay. So under root y is equal to 16. Now what we have to do? We have to take the squares on both hand sides. Or when we take this root on this side, then it becomes square of 16. So you will get y is equal to the square of 16. Okay. And we know what is the square of 16? That is 256. So the value of y, that is 256. Okay. So in this way you will get the answer of that question number 5. Okay. So first find out the value of k in each question. In such questions, first we have to find out the value of this constant of variation, and after that in this equation of variation we have to put the value of x and then k. We will get the value of y easily. Okay. Actually it is a very simple lesson. Then let us see how to solve question number 6 from that practice set. So write down all this in your notebook. Take a screenshot and write down all this. Okay. Now let's see question number 6. So in this question we have given x varies inversely as y. So let us write here question number 6. X is inversely proportional to y. X varies inversely as y. When x is equal to 15, then the value of y is equal to 10. Then y is equal to 10. If x is equal to 20, then find the value of y. Then y is equal to how much? That we have to find. Okay. Again the same numerical. Just the values are getting changed. Okay. So by using this formula, we have to put some constant here in this formula. How to write? X is equal to k upon y. Then bring this y on this side. You will get x into y is equal to k. Okay, very simple. X into y is equal to k. Now put the values of x and y from this first case. This is the first case. Okay. So we will get the value of k. So k is equal to, what is x? 15. And the value of y, that is 10. So the value of k, that is 150. Okay. We get the value of k, that is 150. And then we have the equation of variation. But we have to find out the value of y. And for that we have to take the equation of variation. What is the equation of variation? So now x into y is equal to k. In this equation we have to substitute the value of x, that is 20, and the value of k 150. So put x is equal to 20 into y as it is, because we have to find out that value of y, and the value of k, that is 150. Okay. So bring this 20 on this side. What we get? Y is equal to 150 upon 20. This 0 cancels. So 15 upon 2. Okay. You will get 15 sevens are 14. Sorry, 2 sevens are 14. Then 1 is the remainder. You will take 0 and then 2 5s are 10. So the answer is 7.5. So in this way we complete this practice set 7.2. Okay. It's very simple. By a simple method you can solve such types of examples. Okay. And now the next topic that we have to study, that is the time, work and speed. Time, work and speed. So solve all these numericals from that practice set in your notebook. And now give the new heading, that is the time, work and speed. Now let's see. What is mean by this? If we have to complete a particular work, then if the number of workers goes on increasing, then the time required to complete that work should goes on decreasing, isn't it? Suppose if we increases the number of workers, then the number of days to complete that work should goes on decreasing. It means that work and time are number of workers and time are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, number of workers and the number of days required to complete a particular work, these two quantities are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, this is one thing. One more thing that we have to study in this case, in this topic, what about the speed? So if we have to complete a particular distance, okay, and if we increase the speed of our bike, then we can cover that distance very fast. Means the time required to cover that distance will be small. And if we decrease the speed, then we take more time to cover the distance. It means if the speed increases, the time required to cover the distance goes on decreasing. And if the speed decreases, then the time required to cover that particular distance should goes on increasing. It means this time and speed, they are also inversely proportional to each other, because actually what is the formula for speed? Speed is equal to distance upon time. And in this formula you can see that if we take this distance constant, means we have to cover a particular distance, it means that distance quantity is constant here, then you can see speed is at the numerator and this time is at the denominator. Okay, therefore this speed and time we can say they are directly inversely proportional to each other. Okay, speed and time are in inverse variation, and we have to study such types of numericals in this topic, time, work and speed. Okay, so the first numerical that we have solved here means the solved numerical that we are going to take. Let us consider that first numerical, then we will solve the practice set 7.3. Okay, so what is that first question? 15 women finished the work of harvesting a groundnut crop in 8 days. It means 15 women are required to complete that work in 8 days. Okay, then find the number of women if the same job to be completed in 6 days. Okay, so we have to consider here two variables for these two quantities. First, the quantity that is the number of women and the number of days. So let question number 1, write that question in your notebook. So what is that? First quantity, let x, that is the number of women to complete that particular work, and let y, that is the number of days. And we know that if we increases the number of workers, then the number of days to complete that work, particular work, goes on decreasing. It means x is inversely proportional to y. Okay, so here we have given first case. In that first case, the value of x, how many women? 15 women are there, and they required 8 days to complete that work. So here x is equal to 15, then y is equal to 8. Then if y is equal to, we have to complete that work in 6 days, then how many women are required? It means we have given y is equal to 6, then what is the value of x? That we have to find out. Okay, you can take another variable also that is given in the textbook. Okay, there is no need to take the same variables. You can take another variables also. For example, for number of women you can take variable n, and for the number of days you can take variable d. Okay, no problem. If you take any variable, there is no problem. So now let us solve. We have given that x is inversely proportional to y. We know this. Then we have to put here some constant of variation. So you can write x is equal to k upon y. Okay, we put here some constant of variation at the numerator. Then bring this y on this side. So we get x into y is equal to k. And now put the value of x and y. from this first case. Okay, so this is x is equal to 15 multiplied by 8. Okay, 15 into 8. So how much? 120. So you get the value of k, that is 120. Okay. Now in that case, after that we have given here, we have to complete that work in 6 days. Then how many women that we require? So let us consider here again the equation of variation. What is the equation of variation? X into y, that is k. Okay. So we take here x is equal to, now first we have to find out the value of x. So x as it is, what is the value of y? That is 6. And what is the value of k? That is 120. Okay. Then just bring this 6 on this side, so it is divided to 120. So you will get x is equal to 120 divided by 6. And then we get x is equal to 6 2s are 12 and 6 zeros are 0. Therefore, how many women that we required to complete that work in 6 days? 20 women. Okay. So let us write the answer in words. 20 women are required to complete that work in 6 days. You have to write that answer in words. And remember, you can take any variable in order to solve such types of example. Okay, there is no any compulsion to use the same variables. You can take any variables. So now let us stop here. We will solve the next example from that practice set 7.3 in the next lecture. Okay, so stop here. Let us stop here. Thank you and have a nice day.